Yeah, we're back on Gander Lake. March the 25th. Down to the cottage. We're back on previous video. We cleared this bit of land. All of our blowdowns. You know, we're having a little bit of wind lately. So we come down today, we're going to take advantage of this northeast wind. It was northerly, now it's gone northeast. So that means we can burn our bit of brush. I came down and the chair was tipped over again. Lots of wind, lots of wind. And the previous video down in the garage, I put them fender flares on April's quad. And boy, I tell you, makes some difference. Because today, now spring of the year, you know, you got snow for 500 feet and then it's 2 inches, 3 inches mud. And any other time, that bike would be covered. Oh, yeah, you're getting a little bit, but them tires are pretty aggressive too. But no, just it's something to adjust to, I guess, the look of them. I don't really like the look of them stuck out. You almost want a bigger tire, but then you're going with a bigger tire. What's the point of your fender flares? So it's something to get used to. But it does the job. So we're just down here now, cleaning up the stuff. A little far going here. We're trying to do it a little bit, bit by bit, rather than. A lot of people use base oil and stuff, and we're down the water here, so you know. So I just got some birch rind and the lightning tree. Actually, there's another video up there. There's a big juniper. Anyways, about a year. It'll be 2 years now this spring. No, actually 2 years in July when lightning struck that big juniper up behind the bike there. So all them splits around now, they're really coming in handy. So we're getting our fire going here. And for extra safety, we got our bucket of water there. And for once in a long time, it's calm on lake. And our boys peeking out through the surface. Extremely low. This is not low water, but by no means, but it's extremely low for the end of March. So we got no runoff. As you can see across there on them ridges, there's no snow cover. So we usually does a job now. It partners up with DFO and over there. There's a lot of bigger brooks. And what happened was back in the from late 1800s to probably the 1950s, the logs were boomed at the brooks. They used to dam the brooks up below the pond and cut the logs, let them float in the pond, and then flush them out in the spring. So the older conditioned dams now were worried about salmon and trout access to the pond because they might be eroded and causing a blockage for the trout migration, right? So yeah, we were privileged enough to get over across there and me and father and do all that country, and way on up in back of that Hunts Cove there's a nice brook that goes into 4 other ponds. So anyway, off track. But yeah, in regards to the water level, it's dropping every day. So you know, all the aquatic species depend on a spring runoff because that's access, right? So we're going to try to pick at this now till dark. Calling for 20 centimeters of snow tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. But we put the plow on the Viking before we left. I usually push the plow on, it gets everything straightened away and chains and everything. Don't get much snow. But if I was in a big rush now this evening like I was, and I said, well, I'm not going to bother putting the plow on and deck everything out, we probably get 3 feet, right? It's like buying a Skidoo. You buy a new Skidoo, pre-order your Skidoo in June, hoping for a good winter snow, and it usually ends up like this. So I asked one of the boys the other day, I said, somebody belonged to me must have bought a Skidoo, because we're not getting no snow. Which is good. Now we don't want it, we'll probably get it now. We managed to get a few chunks of wood here anyway. So from our blowdowns. Uncle's over there, a little far going, in the cove. This is what you call social distancing, having a fire and social distancing. We're bonded to each other back and forth, so social distancing communication at the cabin would be, I think that's more than 6 feet. That's more like 600. So the boys are over there, and I'm over there. Just me and the Kodiak and the squirrel up there. Anyway, nothing wrong with it. It's not blowing a storm. We had speaking to a couple of representatives today with the NDP and the Liberal government about protecting that bit of land up there. We're looking at protecting between the rivers. The previous videos I did, Charlie's Place videos, was sent to the appropriate people, but it takes a lot to open people's eyes to stuff that should be protected, you know, with the state of everything now, and dramatic decline in everything around here. You can see it. Even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was a different place. But so far, it could be promising. Hopefully our friends come on board, Aboriginal friends come on board. Because like you say, that land was, my 6th great-grandfather was up there, Charlie Francis. He claimed the land. Well, he never claimed it. He claimed it. Back then you could like claim it for trapping, and it was just hearsay that, okay, that's my land and this yours over there, your family type thing, right? And nobody would mess around with your trap lines and stuff. But now, there's no rights. But anyway, on a positive note, we're chugging along. God bless. Hope everybody's having a good evening and a good weekend. And we shall give you an update on the next project, which will probably be Bill's Mill, selling some strapping for the roofing on the house. Middle of roofing. So all the best, boys and girls. Over and out.